Boom. And intro music. And there's Kevin. All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 105 of Dads Vs the World podcast. My name is Ian. That guy over there is Kevin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good morrow, good week, good weekend to everybody. If you're new to the podcast, this is a podcast where a couple of dads do and say some, I don't know, pretty cool stuff. We say some cool stuff, and we're here to help you. So if you have any questions or advices or directions in life and just find yourself, you just need that, that little direction. You need a moral compass. We could try to help. May not be the best advice, but we'll try to help. But anywho, it is October 22nd, and next weekend is going to be Halloweeny, I believe. I think it's, next week, Halloweeny already. Holy moly. I think it's on, is it Tuesday? Next week? Tuesday? Do they have Halloweeny? Do we do trick-or-treats on a school day?
I don't remember. I think my camera stopped working.
You are frozen. That is for sure. Hold on a second. I was going to say, just turn off your camera and turn it back on again. There it is.
Yeah, that was weird.
Just frozen. But yeah, I can't believe Halloween's already next weekend, man. That's crazy. Speaking of Halloween, we went to some trunk or treat over at Cadorus this past weekend. I think it was, literally yesterday, this past weekend. Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday. I mean, I assume because your wife put up pictures.
It was Friday. Yesterday was the school thing, the freaking spooky.
Oh yeah, yesterday was the Monster Bash.
The spooky booky Monster Bash at the school. So Friday night we did the trunk or treat at Cadorus, and man, there's a lot of fucking people. Man, it was crazy. So many people there, and it was just like a bunch of these businesses and bitches. Thank you for the subscription, H. Barcilla.
It's time to blow this thing. Get everybody stuff together.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for using your Prime subscription for us. That is what, 18 straight months? Jesus. But yeah, we went. It's I don't know if anyone's ever done that, but it's basically just the campground, or people just camp out. Businesses do it as well. And they just camp out with some really cool stuff into their little campsite. Hold on, why am I fucking so low in my ear, dude?
So you walk around the campground, or is it like a designated parking lot? Why would you never do it again?
Because it was so busy. It's a lot. You walk around the whole campground, and everyone, like the campers, the campsites, they all go out crazy. They put out a bunch of decorations. Like that shit was cool, but it's just so many people, and like with so many people, the people at the campsites only give out like one piece of candy per person because it's so much. And dude, candy prices are astronomical this year, dude. Like a bag of candy is like near $30, dude. It's crazy how much a bag of candy is.
That's one thing nice about where we live is it's pretty rural, so we don't get trick-or-treaters. It's right along the main road.
I was to say, you're not rural. You're next
we don't have to.
You're next to a busy ass highway. You don't want to walk across a freaking highway, dude. Like, oh, trick or treat, dodged a car.
Trick or death.
Yeah, for real, man. That's crazy. But like that was the only down. It was just so busy, and like there was so many like maneuvering around people. It was like playing tag like the whole night, and we were in like a pretty big party, so like trying to keep tabs of where our kids are. Like our daughter stayed pretty close to us, and obviously the baby didn't go anywhere because she can't walk. So But the our son was like walking around and venturing off with his buddies, so like we lost him like a couple times, and it was just because he was like 4 trick-or-treat spots ahead. And it's like it's a campground, so it's not exactly the best well-lit place, you know what I mean? So there's like lampposts, and they put like these glow-in-the-dark barrels or some shit along the way, but it wasn't like a well-lit place.
Right.
So yeah, it was too busy for me. I was mentally dying, then getting pissed because he couldn't find us. Yeah, and it was like kind of rainy, so like it was cool for the one time, but yeah, we probably won't go back. And if it was my choice,
Sounds like something.
I just
sounds
wouldn't
like something
have.
I'll never do.
I just wouldn't have went. Yeah, but you gotta do stuff with the family. So I just fucking tagged along and not be a freaking sourpuss. Tried to make the best of it, but it was fun. It was cool. But yeah, like she said, it was just so many people. It was very mentally draining, and it's like a pretty big walk too, because it's like you're walking the whole campground, and you're hitting campsite to campsite. Yeah, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. There's just some really freaking cool costumes out there. Like there was this the best costume of the night was this kid who had like this wheelbarrow, and he used the wheelbarrow to help carry up his costume. Yeah, Heather said it in the chat. Yeah, he was dressed as a skee ball game. Like, so he has this wheelbarrow, and like the thing goes out, so the wheelbarrow supports the rest of the freaking costume, but he's just walking around with his wheelbarrow trying to carry up this costume. And like, I mean, it's pretty clever, because like people would give him candy by just throwing the candy on the skee ball costume thing. So that was cool. But Jesus, man, like god dang, dude, he went all out, and I just could not imagine just walking around with a freaking wheelbarrow all freaking night. No, thank you. And especially with that many people, like it's such a pain in the ass to try to maneuver around like strollers, big groups. And then there's families that just randomly stop to take pictures, and like you're just trying to maneuver around them. So it was
they just stop in the middle of the roadway, right?
Oh, dude. Yeah, and I get it. You want to take your pictures, but like, it's annoying.
There's like, I get it.
It's
you
a
want
little
to take
annoying.
your pictures, but like, there's other people, and you should be aware of your fucking surroundings.
Yeah, but like, what are they supposed to do? They need to get the picture, man. So they gotta stop.
Step off to the side. You don't need to just stop in the middle of the fucking way.
There is no side. It's a campground. The walkways of the campground is just literally one lane. You know what I mean? It's built for like bicycles, pedestrians, and then like now golf carts, because that's the thing. Now people just zip around on golf carts on campgrounds because they're cool.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, because they're cool, and they own a third mortgage, so they're pretty cool.
Yeah, rich white people.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and it's driven around by like their freaking shitty teens.
Yeah,
they're like, we're gonna go to the general store in a golf cart. Nah.
There's snobby ass fucking teens who are gonna make terrible humans when they get older.
Yeah, and they all have the same haircut. You know what I mean? The big
the thing in the front where their hair's like up, just the front.
No, not gelled. You are 20 years back. No, it's fluffy now. They don't put any hair product really in their hair anymore. So it's short on the sides, but it's really, really like puffy on the top. And they don't really like put any.
So a pompadour?
No, kinda, but no hair products. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You probably don't pay attention because you're always looking at the ground when you're walking through like your son's school. But like, because that's Kevin. He's avoiding eye contact because he doesn't want to talk to nobody. But like, if you look around, a lot of the kids, like, that's the haircut, short on the sides. But like their hair is like it's like a bush. You know what I mean? It's very poofy, very floofy. Me and our buddies call it the broccoli haircut.
Get up and go to school.
It looks like broccoli. Like how broccoli has like the stem is thin, so it's short on the sides, but like at the top, it's just yeah. It's just that. That's every single kid. Like there's some different styles of it, but in theory, it's the same. You know what I mean?
So it's like I said, it's just get up in the morning, go to school, don't do anything with your hair. It's just bedhead.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but it's like, but they do it in a way where it's they make it cool. You know what I mean? Like they're
Oh,
like
it's stylish.
they're like
stylish, baby.
yeah. So they come off as like, I care, but I kind of don't. Doesn't that make me look cool? You know what I mean? Doesn't that make me awesome that I kind of don't give a crap about how I look, but I kind of do because it looks like it's a neat mess haircut. You know what I mean?
When I was in school, I remember like 7th grade when I lived in Texas, the style then was to slick your hair back. And well, mind you, I lived in Texas, so it was a lot of Mexican people. It was a lot of Mexicans. So that was like kind of their culture. That's what they did. So most of my friends were Mexican. So when I was in school in 7th grade, that was the thing. I would slick my hair back. It would be wet with some kind of fucking product. Like I think it's Crew, where it looks wet all day. That was the fucking style then.
Yeah.
And then your pants are hanging off your ass.
What was it called? God, what was that item called in Red Dead where you would slick your hair back? What was that? It's still around, but it's excuse me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like some kind of wax or something. Yeah.
Dang.
It's in a little tin. I can't remember the name of it either.
Off the tip of my tongue. But yeah, you would find that and you would put that in, and Arthur's hair would be slicked back, and it's exactly what Kevin's talking about. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
So you just
the style, at least in Texas and during those years.
So you just hung out with a bunch of cholos. They're like, "Hey, homie."
Yeah, I mean, my best friend, who I actually got contact with again recently, is his name was Vincent Alderete, and then I had a guy who was a friend of mine named Fermin. I believe I want to say he was Syrian. But he's passed away. He died in a car accident. I didn't know that until recent, but
that sucks.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
It was funny how I met that. I got a little story about it. I used to walk to school. School was in walking distance. So I'd walk to school, and then I was kind of like I am now. I was a loner, I didn't really talk to anybody. I didn't fucking want to fuck with anybody. And I was walking home from school one day, and these two guys, Vincent and Fermin, came up behind me, and they were like talking shit. And then they like pushed me in the back, and I thought, oh, here we go, And I turned around, and they were fucking around. They started laughing, like, "No, we're just fucking with you, man." And they became like my good friends. And it just happened to be that they were like the popular kids in the school. So it was the one time in my life where I was known. That was all the stuff. Like back then, you wanted to be the popular kid. That's the way we looked at it.
Yeah. Well, that's because they hung out with all the fully developed girls at 12. You know what I mean? You're just like,
my
man.
sister she would get on here today and tell you, Kevin was so popular all the time. She still to this day thinks I was popular in school, and I was like, I was not popular. I could talk to anybody. Like I'm just like that now. Like I can talk to anybody. Like I'm just how I am.
Wait.
Clicks did not matter. Like I was what they considered a freak or a goth kid, but like I'd also be friends with jocks and what they call them wiggers back then. Wiggers, which is like the guys that will wear their pants out.
Whoa, dude. Whoa. You better
That's a
watch
W.
it. Whoa.
Maybe I too could be ninja.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, so I
could
could
be ninja.
the nerds. Like I was friends with all of them. I didn't fucking care.
Yeah, but like, so what did the 180? You don't even talk to anybody now. What are you talking about, dude? Like anyone that's listened to this podcast for 105 episodes have all known Kevin to be like, people suck. I want to kill everybody. I want to go live in the woods. Just me, my musket, and my hat, my big brown hat. That's it. That's all I want to do.
That's what the world's done to me, man. That's how I don't like humans at all. Like I don't want to be around them because most of them are terrible.
Wow.
So I'd rather just be a loner.
Wow.
Hang out by myself in the woods or with my family. I don't need to be around people. They're fucking awful.
Dude, that is the most emo thing you've ever said in my entire life.
Dude, that's what society has created. Like the humans in our world are fucking terrible.
So
most of them are awful fucking dirtbags.
So emo and goth, dude. You're just like the world is dark because everyone sucks. Everyone's souls are dark, and I don't want to be a part of it. so emo. I just want to go into the woods because everyone hurt my feelings. It's been time after time. Speaking of emo, Blink-182 just dropped their new album this past week.
No.
Yeah, I've gotten like halfway through. Not bad so far. It is nice to have Tom back into the crew because Tom DeLonge hasn't been with the group in like a decade or so because I don't know what the hell happened. Their friendship.
What's he
falling
do
out
in the
or something.
group? In the group.
Jesus, Kevin. He's the singer. He's the lead singer. Him and Mark
I don't
are
know,
the
dude.
lead
Like,
singer,
not,
dude.
like I've heard some of their songs, but like I'm not a fan. Like
Oh
I'm
my
not
God,
I'm not gonna
dude.
go look for their music. If it comes on the radio, I'll listen to it. If it comes on my Spotify, I'll probably listen
If
to
a
it.
rock
but
band doesn't
it's not
have
something I'm gonna go through in my
one guitar
queue.
solo, if they don't do any guitar solos, Kevin's like, nope, that sounds dumb. I don't like it.
This sounds like a bunch of fucking frat boys. I think I'll pass.
They're not even frat. They're like a punk pop rock band, and like they had like a stint where they like did like emo music for like an album, but it's all like teen angst music. You know what I mean?
I like
And, like,
Weezer. Count.
Yeah, but Weezer, like to me, Weezer only had like one good album, and then the rest were just kind of like meh. They had like a couple hits on like some of the other albums, but like the Pink album to me is like probably their best one. Minivan versus SUV. Your opinion? I already know Ian's.
SUV, all the way. I want nothing to do with a van ever in my life.
It's so fucking stupid, dude. It makes no freaking sense, dude. You have all these kids. You guys plan to do all these dumb trips, especially you, Kevin. You're like, oh, wow, let's go trip out into some freaking nothingness into things. And you guys are like, yeah, let's get the vehicle that has a very small third row seating and barely any cargo space. So we have to spend money to get a trailer or an overhead compartment storage area. Yeah.
Well, that's what the roof rack's for, man. Like,
so dumb.
You put your stuff on the roof, or you have a cargo thing on the back. Like, I do that now. Like, I have an SUV now. Now, mind you, my SUV is way too small, and we've outgrown it. But now I have to I have one of those cargo things that go on the roof.
Yeah,
put
so
all
do
our
we.
stuff in there.
Yeah,
Very few things go in the back. Just a couple things that we might need to get to on the road. But yeah, and then if I need to have extra space, like the cooler or something, I have one of those metal cargo racks you can put on your hitch. That a lot of guys use for deer hunting and what they'll put their deer on there when they take it to the butcher. So I have one of those if I need a little extra space.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a SUV is a sports utility vehicle, so you use it for sports stuff, not for families to like cargo and trips and shit. That's what a van's for. I'm literally following the definition of what the vehicle is for, and you guys are like, nah. Nah, we ever gonna go drive off under the cliff and, you know, like those
what though?
those videos
Vans?
where we're just gonna drive that? Nah.
Do you have 4-wheel drive in a van? Nah. Do you live in Pennsylvania where we usually get snow? Sure do.
Well, the SUV we're getting is not even 4-wheel drive. So how about that? You freaking sucker.
Well, then I don't know what you're doing. If
Most
you're gonna buy an
vans
SUV,
are,
you should at least get 4-wheel drive.
Most vans are all-wheel because of the safety thing. Most of them are all-wheel. So that's all I'm saying. All-wheel drive is better than friggin' front and back, bro. I'll take that all day.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, all-wheel is better than rear wheel or front wheel, but
You said it was front wheel.
Personally, I think 4-wheel is the way to go for if you're going for snow and off-road shit. But yes, all-wheel drive works great for snow and stuff like that. But
I'm pretty positive the Kia is 4-wheel, or not 4-wheel, like forward wheel or front wheel. My bad. Have to retract. That's what you told me. But then again, I don't remember. I don't retain much information.
the worst thing is rear wheel. That's the one you don't want.
Which is Mustangs.
Yeah, mostly sports cars. Like the first car I had, Firebird, that was rear wheel drive, which is probably why I wrecked it in the fucking rain.
Yeah. So, yeah. And like and we're gonna be using the van for trips. Like for most, that's like gonna be the main thing. So like when I'm in my trips, it's not going, into some national park where we might have to off road a little bit. No, we're talking about going to Knoebels, so it's just like it's gravelly, but a van can handle it. And then we're talking about driving down to Florida next year for our vacation. So that's all I'm saying. I'm thinking practically. I'm not thinking about anything else but practicality. But it's your car, so if you want the SUV, you take it, and that's fine. I'm not gonna I didn't bitch and moan about it at the place. I was just like, whatever. This is what you want, and it works for our situation, so we'll stick with it. But if it was my decision, I would have just went with the van because it would benefit us more if we get the van. I don't give a shit if the van looks like a freaking mom van. I don't give a shit. It's like, who cares about optics? Like, who gives a flying crap? I need it for this thing, and that's what I need it for. If you don't fucking like it, then don't drive it. Fucking stick with your whatever the fuck you're driving. But like, this is my thing. So like, I just need it for things.
I wonder if you have this point of view because of last episode we were talking about how you didn't drive or learn how to drive till you were in your 20s. I wonder if that has anything to do with it because you never wanted. It sounded like you never really wanted to pursue driving. It wasn't never a necessity as anything you ever needed. So like for somebody like me and probably your wife, we're both like, we've done this all our life. I want what I want. Like that's just the way it is.
No, I think it's just
see it as I need a necessity.
Yeah.
So I want this because I have to have it.
Exactly. If I didn't have to have a car to get to and from work or didn't have kids, I wouldn't really fucking have it because it's expensive as shit. And it like with gas prices nowadays, like it's expensive. Like if
they're like it's like $5 a gallon now.
If I could drive around and do what I needed to do in a moped, I would do it. Because it's just practical. Like I don't need a lot of gas, so why would I need a full-size vehicle? I don't really need to get a lot of supplies or groceries, so why would I need something that would, oversee what I need? So I just think in a practical sense when it comes to cars. People think of it as like leisurely or just, whatever have you. It's just not my wiring when it comes to vehicles. And it's never been that way. Like when everyone was all like, everyone has like their dream cars. They're all like, oh, Lamborghini or freaking Ferrari or, oh man, or in our area, the Chevy Corvette, man, makes me really just, cream my jeans or some shit. That's not me. I'm not that guy. I could give a fudge about cars. Don't care. It's a big hunk of metal that kills like millions and millions of people every freaking day, and people don't know how to freaking drive, and yet somehow they still have a freaking license. I just don't. Cars have never been my thing. Like, that's just not my thing. It's just a practical sense that I need to use it. It's a tool. So like, that's what I use it as. That's what I file it under in my head. And that's why I said, like, whatever, dude. That's why when she asked me, like, I want the SUV, I'm like, all right, go for it. But, for me, I would think it would just benefit us more if we had the van. And the only reason why she doesn't like the van is because after the one wreck that I did, which is my only goddamn wreck, all right, we just didn't do it. We just didn't have much luck after that. We got another van after that. Didn't work out. We had to put more money into it than we needed to. So she just has a bad taste in her mouth for vans. So it is what it is. Hey, Sin Eater.
Hey, what's up, Sin?
How you doing, buddy? Let me give you a shouty. Thank you for stopping into the chat, man. How are you? There we go. Like, there's been like vehicles where I like thought like did kind of look cool. And like, that'd be pretty nice to own, just to freaking have. But like, it's again, that's a leisure thing. It's a want.
You don't have a car. Like I could rattle off a car that I want. That's like my dream car that I realize I will never probably fucking have in my life, just because of the practicality of it. And I have a family. You don't have like a car in your head. You're like, this would be my car if I had all the money in the world. This is what I would get.
Probably I would really just want a Tesla just because it's electric, it looks cool, it's auto driving, so I can take naps in it.
You probably hook your Xbox up to that fucking gigantic screen.
It was the DeLorean for a long time, but like I don't know. I've known some DeLorean owners, and I just don't want it now. So like the Tesla would probably be my thing.
Mine would be, I think it's a 68 or a 69 Dodge Charger. That would
See?
be my dream. So if you remember the very first Fast and the Furious, Dom's car, that was it. That's the one.
See, that's what I mean. Like, see, like car guys, like they have like the year, the model, and like everything. They have it down to a T. I'm just like this year's current Tesla. I'm like, I don't know the year. I'm like, I don't know. Was a 2019 Tesla good? I don't effing know. I just want a Tesla.
GTO Judge though, that's real nice too.
So like when I play like Forza Horizon and stuff like that, that's like the only time where I ever know anything about cars is because they put like all the dream cars in it. But even then, like I'm just like I don't know the difference. I'm like, oh wow, this is a cool looking car, but I don't know if it's faster. I don't know if the 69 Charger is faster than a freaking whatever the hell other thing they put in there, a 78 Beetle van.
Yeah,
you remember that?
I guess
like,
it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing a drag race, they'll be hollowed out.
Yeah.
So that'd be a lot lighter. So I don't know. I used to go to the drags up at 70. Was it called 74 Mountain or Mountain 70? It's something mountain. It's up north from us, not too far. But I used to go there and watch the drag cars race. They had some Barracudas that raced. There was Chargers there. There's Firebirds, from old to new. Those were fun to watch, man. Like I'm not a big car guy either. Like I'm not like a mechanic of any kind. I can fix things if I need to, but I'm going to watch a YouTube video before I do it. But I'm not a huge car guy. I'm more of an aesthetics car guy. If I like the looks of it, that's what I'm going to go with.
So it is front wheel drive. That sucks. But the Honda is all wheel drive.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, whatever. Like I said, you're not going to be really using it in like the snow and stuff like that. It's really just going to be used. I don't even think it's going to be used a lot. You're only going to be using it to get to and from like the kids' practices or whatever, and we're heading into the winter, so they're not going to be doing.
Do you guys have 3 cars, or did you trade in that Kia?
No, we're going to be trading in my Camry, which is what I'm driving. We don't have the Kia anymore. We traded that in for the Honda, the CRV, which is what I'm going to be getting. Yeah. I'm going to be getting the CRV.
Yeah, those are pretty popular right now, I think. I feel like they were see them all over the place.
Dude, they're affordable and they're great cars. They last. We haven't had really any like issues with it. Knock on wood on that one. And they're safe. They're a great family car.
Yeah.
And that might be eventually if, I don't know if Izzy ever gets her shit together. That might be the car that she's going to be driving. But we told her to save up.
Maybe she'll end up being like you, man. She won't want to drive.
No, we're forcing her to because she has to. Where she wants to do in life, like she's going to have to drive. She has to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be a push. It might not be this year, but she'll definitely have her license before she graduates for sure.
Can't afford her driving. Why don't you teach her? Or are we not allowed to do that anymore?
No, we can. It's just with the driving lessons. It's because her school doesn't make it a necessity for her to do like driving lesson. It's an elective. So they don't put him behind a wheel. They just teach him the stuff that's in the book. Well, our school did that. Kennerdale did that. We didn't have like a legit mandatory driving school where they would put them behind a wheel of a car. We went over the stupid book.
Maybe mine. Well, I know I had a driving school in high school at Votech. I had a driving class, but I can't remember if it was mandatory that I took it or if I chose to take it. Because I think if I chose to take it, I got a discount on something. I think it was my insurance or something. I got a discount because I wouldn't have done it just to do it. There had to be a reward for me to do it.
I don't know. I don't know too much.
I don't remember, man. This is fucking 20 plus years ago,
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like, she's going to be, she already has a job now. And so it would be nice for her to be able to just drive herself over there. And right now it's part-time. So it's not like the craziest thing for us to do it, but like during the summertime when she goes to full time or whatever, or when she goes to college, she'll definitely need it. So, but yeah, so the Honda CRV would be a very nice car to start out with the training. But we've been telling her like to save a little bit of her paycheck to put aside for either school, but to be honest, I was like, just save it to get yourself a car. Like, just get a car for 5 G's. That'll be a great starter car for like hopefully 5 years, and then by then you'll have like built up enough credit and like have some capital behind you to be able to get like a decent car. Not new, but decent, depending on whatever the fuck she does. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, frick, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, so this question's been like kind of I think we might have like touched base on it like way earlier on in the episodes, but like it was back then when we first started, it was kind of like a niche thing. It was like a COVID thing. It was like a very niche, like not everyone did it, but now it's like everyone does it, man. So like, dude, how do you feel about like just regular people having OnlyFans now? Like, it's not even like people that like want to be in the porn industry or anything. It's literally just a side hustle. It's just like, it's a thing that everyone just does now. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. Yeah. It's so weird to me. Like, it's like, I need to make a couple extra bucks, so let me just just show my feet or freaking show my ass. It's really weird. And like, because now it's almost like almost every other day there's a teacher getting fired for having an OnlyFans account.
Yep. I mean, there's even teachers like, I don't know if it's come across mine, but teachers that like before the class starts or after the classes are over and there's no kids in the room, they'll like do a dancing video, or they'll do like, there's this one that does like math problems, but it's quite fucking obvious. She's putting the camera so it zooms in on her ass at just the right angle, and she wears the tightest pants known to mankind. Like shit like that. Or like the one I sent you the other day, it was a woman painting. Well, she was painting as she wore those fucking pants that like show every crevasse.
I mean, come
ass.
on, man. That's just women gaming the system, man, and they know it. I mean, let's not be fucking dumb. They know what they're doing. I mean, they're gaming the system. They're getting onto that on the FYP. You know what I mean, for your page. And that's what it is. But I'm just saying, like, I just find it so weird that it's become almost like a normalcy. So like, you don't make enough money now to be doing this actual career profession that you've been probably, gearing for, studying for, putting all your hard work, putting in all your resources into, and it doesn't give you the amount of money that you need. So now it's become such a normalcy. Now it's like, oh, well then, instead of just getting another job at like, a part-time job at like the local shop, going to McDonald's or something like that, I'm just gonna, at the comfort of my home, I'm just gonna show tit pics. Or some shit. However, what they do, boudoir pics, or spicy Instagram pics. Now, it's just that. What's weird to me is not necessarily that. It's just the normalcy of it. That's what's weird to me. Is the fact that now it's just a normal thing.
I'm pretty jealous how women could just get on the internet and make money just by wearing pretty much everyday clothes.
Oh my god!
If I got on the internet
and I put my side boob on there, it would not go well.
It would just be like, I think when like regular guys do it, I think it's more of like a comedy thing. Like it can't be sexy. You know what I mean? Like we can't like, it's not in the wheelhouse. I mean, there might be like the small majority, but I don't like the small minority where they're like, oh man, this normal guy is pretty sexy in his torn up MeUndies. But I don't think it's going to be, you're not going to be raking in what these women are doing. Like some of these women that are raking in those racks. You know what I mean? Some women are just raking in racks and not having to show a nip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even sexualize camping videos now. Yeah. They
sexualize
everything. Man.
Everything, dude.
They've said it forever. Sex sells, man.
And it's true. And it's, and I'm fine with it because it's a human thing. It's very true. Sex sells everything. Whatever might tweak your pants, whether it making it, a little bit damp in there or it makes it a little bit tighter in your pants. Whatever it does, you're going to want to pursue it and give it stuff. And I get it. But to people to be, almost, what's the word? Where they almost kind of like blindly, ignorantly just ignore it, or they're like, that's not a thing. We need to do better. I'm like, what are you talking about? That is like one of the most basic fucking things that we do as humans. What are you talking about? It works. It sells. If you look at the top 10 freaking athletes, highest paid college athletes right now. Top 10 college athletes, the top 5 are women. Dude. And it's not all like they're good. You're good. Like maybe I think the top 3 are like the best at what they do. And then there's like the sum, and then the rest are kind of like they're good, but they're not the best, but they're also naturally gifted at looking good. So like
they naturally have a very gifted ass.
You know what I mean? I just don't like that some people are just, ignoring it and trying to say that it doesn't exist and shouldn't exist and stuff like that. But I don't think it's ever going to go away. So that's all I'm saying. There's a bunch of women now who go solo camping. The whole video is normal. And then when they get ready to bed or wake up, they get up half naked and viewership spikes. Gee, I wonder why. Everyone's looking to get that morning nip, dude.
I find myself blocking shit like that just to get it off my fucking algorithm. Because if you don't, it'll be nonstop. Like if you flip fucking one and you watch it for like 3 seconds, the next 40 videos are going to be women jumping up and down on a live. Just
jumping up and down.
I'm making millions. I'm just doing this.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like it's again, like it's not the question that it's, it's just the thought process of that it's normal now. Like I think that is crazy. And
I don't know that I consider it. Or you know what else I don't consider normal is this fucking AI shit people are doing. That is the weirdest shit. Like what the fuck? Your head is fucked.
What do you mean?
Like the NPC shit that they're doing.
Oh my God, dude. Speaking of the NPC shit, dude.
There's something mentally wrong upstairs if this is what you're doing with your life. Dude,
there's one NPC stream that I am fucking all in on, dude. I like whenever it comes up on my feed, I sit there and I watch it for like 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. It's this kid that's sitting in like this really dark room, but there's like lights on, so it's almost like a gamer streamer room. But it's all interactive in his stream, in his thing, and he goes live, and he's got these goggles. That's like Daft Punk goggles that has like these LED lights that change designs and stuff. And he's just sitting there with auto-tune on and with like a generic vibey good, like low key vibe music going on. And he's just singing the chat, dude. But dude, I don't know why, but like I'm just mesmerized in all of this. He's like, so like someone will gift him a freaking rose. He's like, and he just goes, roses smell good, but they need water. And then there's someone puts the cat on. It's like meow 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 meow. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking fire. And then someone gives him like a little chili pepper. And he's just like, it's hot, 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 but I need the water. And I'm like, oh my God. And he's singing it. He's singing like whatever he's getting on his feed. And like, oh my God, dude. I don't know what it is.
It's so stupid.
I just get entranced in it, dude. I'm like, I just get sucked in and I just lose myself for like 10 minutes watching this kid.
I mean, I've seen some dumb shit on these TikTok lives. I mean, especially like overseas. Dude. There's some videos that I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they just plugging in? It looks like they're working at a sweatshop, and there's these women that are just taking these like pen lamps. I don't know, that they bend and twist, but the one end plugs into a USB, and the other one just has a light on it. And they just take bunches of them, plug them in, check to see if they work, throw them to the side, and then they're saying things that obviously I don't understand because I don't speak the language. It's like I've seen that. Then there's this one dude that sits in a bathtub with all his clothes on.
Jesus.
And he has like
your algorithm is like weird, bro. You got a weird algo.
Like different fucking size cups of water, and I'm assuming it's cold. and he'll just sit in the bathtub, and depending on what gifts he gets or whatever the fuck, he'll dump like certain size cups over his head. And it's literally called water overhead. That's what he puts on the fucking description. But like, he's probably making bank. But do you not have any self-respect? Like none whatsoever.
Dude, it's money, man. It's niche. It's like I said, like there's just people that just gravitate. So like right now, my two main NPC streams, one I did follow was that kid that sings and stuff. I just don't know why. I like it. I just get lost in it. I love it. I don't know why. But the other one I absolutely fucking hate. But it's like, dude, it's also hilarious to watch. So I don't follow him, but I think the algorithm knows that I kind of like watching it because I hate it so much. It dances on that line.
If you comment or you like on anything.
I don't comment. Yeah. I don't do anything. I watch it for like 5 minutes and I'll just be sitting there going like, I hate you. Why do you have 1,000 freaking viewers right now? So what he does is that he plays Madden and like he acts like he's legit playing football. So like he'll be playing there and like if he's like the QB or the middle linebacker, those are the two main that he plays. But he'll like call audibles. He'll go like 50 scant, red 30, mark 89. And then when he hikes it, he does like this Donald Trump thing where he like squints really hard. Dude, he gets so fucking into it, dude. I hate him so much. And like he goes hike and he squints so hard, so he's like, and like whenever the play's done, he's like, That's right, all day, all right, 34, red 7, watch the slant, hikes go, and then like the thing, and like every single time, dude, I hate him so goddamn much, and he's not even that good at Madden, but like, and like he'll just like slip some like Trumpisms in like his stream. Like he'll just go like, that's right, let's go, Brandon. And I'm like, oh, fuck off, dude. Like, I hate you so much more. And like, and oh my God, dude, it infuriates me, but I just watch him because I hate him. Like, it's like when you watched Game of Thrones and you freaking hated that Kid King, whatever his name was. You know, it's like, I killed Ned Stark. We're freaking that Lannister kid, dude. Yeah. Everyone freaking hated him. But they watched it because they just knew he was the truest villain and you just hated him. He's Dominic Mysterio for everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's
doing his job really fucking good.
Dude. I just, oh my God, dude. When this kid comes on my screen, dude, I just get, it fills me with rage that he's getting views, he's getting things. I'm like, oh, and he's getting subs just like Wild Irish Rose.
What's up,
17
Rose?
months. Wow. Thank you, Wild Irish Rose. Welcome to the stream.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you? Joffrey, that was his name. Yeah, dude. Yes. F that kid. But that's what it was when I was watching this kid, man. He's just like, and he's always got like a football jersey on, and it doesn't match the team that he's on. So he's just like, you know, he just does that. He's like, 54, watch 89, 6-7, cover the slants, go round out, man cover. And then he hikes, and he's just, oh my God, dude.
That's funny.
Dude, I hate him so much. So much, dude. And yet I watch him. Dude.
That's
nice
why
job
I
on
keep
the
feeding it to you, because you probably watch all of the videos all the way through.
It's the TikTok knows, dude. The algorithm knows. It's like, we know he hates him, but he actually sits there and watches it for 5 minutes. He doesn't say anything, doesn't gift anything. He just sits there. Dude, oh man, I watched it last night. He came on my freaking feed last night before I went to bed, and I just went to bed angry. I'm like, God, I fucking hate this kid. I'm like, God. This little fucking piece of shit. I hope he loses every single freaking game. This freaking loser.
I get this. I have two people that I can't fucking stand, and they come up on my feed all the time now. There's this lady that has bears that come to her backyard in the woods,
in New Jersey, and she goes out and like films them like in walking distance, like I mean, real fucking close to these wild bears, and she's constantly telling people to call her senator because they need to stop hunting bears, and it's so awful, and blah 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 blah. And dude, I've commented, if you comment anything that does not support what she thinks, she'll fucking block you, like she'll fucking ban you just because you don't agree with it. And I've said to her, like, because she'll go on a rant about hunting, and I'm like, look, nobody's breaking the law here. There's laws and regulations with hunting, and it's important. It's good for conservation. Like, there's all kinds of facts to why we do this and why we have it. Dude, but man. It's so mean. You should kill bears. Nobody really eats them. And I'm in the chat. I do. They taste pretty damn good, honestly. Yeah, I do.
Dude, man, it's nuts.
I can't stand that bitch. And there's this guy that keeps coming up on my feed. It's something about brothers and sisters in Christ or some shit. And he's live every time I see him. And he's like preaching, but like he's got like this fucking snaggle tooth, and he looks like he's just a hot mess. But like he's just spewing all of this Jesus shit. And so I immediately in the chat, everything I could possibly say to try to get him riled up, but he just ignores it. But I just keep going. I can't stand him, dude. He's just spewing bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's how he baits. He baits you, dude. He baits you. Sin Eater says beautiful flintlock. I assume he's not talking about your giblets. I assume it's a.
Oh yeah, actually, I should have kept that out. I could have shown you the flintlock. That was just a smaller picture of it, but yeah, it's a Yorktown 50 caliber, shoots round ball flintlock. My father-in-law passed it down to me, so I wouldn't have one if it weren't for him, because good Lord, they are expensive because they are all handmade.
It's what Kevin calls his penis, the flintlock. He just goes up to Lauren. He's like, "Hey, you want to look at my flintlock?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Look at it. It's a 50 caliber, 2 balls." Heavy loader. You know what I mean? You got to pack it in real tight. Okay, cool. Look, we didn't have a like a parent corner, but there was someone in our Discord that brought up an issue, and no one answered it. So I pinned it, and I kind of wanted to kind of give a little help. From Jay. So their situation, because no one answered it.
I didn't even see it, to be honest with you.
So they so she's having issues with her home life. Mom sort of sent me as a pincushion in a way. So when she gave me a chance, I ran. What is this? Chance to run. So did she run away from home? At the moment, I'm sent in. Just turned 18. Mom kicked me out. Dad's been gone since I was 12. I have a tooth that's abscessing. I want taught anything about insurance. Oh, you weren't taught. I gotcha. Kind of sort of lost on what to do, and it's gotten to where it hurts every day. Panicky because last time a tooth did this, Mom made me wait 2 years before fixing it. Jesus Christ. I did not have an abscess tooth. I've not run into that yet.
I have.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful.
I'm sure it is, man. Anything with like tooth involved is not a fun time.
Yeah. And then it's like stupid expensive. Coming from a guy that has decent insurance, I had an abscess tooth and I was in pain for 3 days because I couldn't get an appointment until then. And the pain was so bad, dude. It would shoot up my jaw into my temple. It was giving me a full-on headache. And it just pulsed. It was like somebody was taking a knife and just stabbing it into your gum over and over again, right on your nerve. It was awful pain. And then I finally got to the dentist. This is the other kicker. I got to the dentist and he looks in my mouth. He sees it. He says, "All right, you have 2 options. I can pull it or I can give you a root canal." Well, a root canal was almost $3,000 with insurance.
Ooh.
If I had him pull it, $28. So I said, yeah, just pull it then.
But he wouldn't do it that morning. Like I came in before they opened and sat there and waited till they opened, and he was like, I can't do the surgery today. You're gonna have to come back in tomorrow morning right when we open. And it's like, oh my fucking God, I have to go through another day of all this pain and not eating. Of course, I'm not eating because my tooth hurts, so I haven't eaten for what? This will be 4 days. But yeah, $28 to have them pull it, all but $3,000 to have them put a root canal in, which I'm sure then 5-10 years down the road they're gonna have to put a new crown on and fucking do it again.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. I mean, I gotta give credit to H. Frestle and Izzy. Apparently they didn't answer them. I'm sorry. All right, they're cool. They're the good ones in our chat. I pinned it though because I did want to answer it on the podcast. So why don't y'all freaking calm your titties? Yeah, so just like what everyone said, I would have just went to the ER. I wouldn't have not known if they would have been able to pull the tooth or not. For the insurance though, like I mean, I'm surprised that like, you know, like your job doesn't offer like an insurance, but even so, like without insurance, you'll just have to pay out of pocket and you'll have to just make a payment plan for it, or be a, you know, like most Americans, and just let that go to collections. You know what I mean? That's what I did when I was about like around like the 20s and stuff like that. I was just like some dumb young kid. I had to go like to you know to get emergency and stuff like that. I don't think I had really good insurance then. I doubt I did. But I just like they'd give me the bill and I'm like, yeah, I'll pay it later, and I never did. You just go to collections. So, you know, that was my freaking thing. But now I don't do that no more because I'm a full-fledged adult and I have to do it. Otherwise, it affects my family, so I can't be doing that shit. You'll get a bill after the fact and let them try to collect it. And when you're dead, watch your credit score go in the toilet. Yeah, exactly, Sin Eater. That's what I did. But I hope everything goes well, Jay. I hope you're able to get that tooth right and fixed, and I hope your financial situation gets a little bit better. Yeah, that sucks, man. Especially when you're young, and because they really don't honestly teach you shit about life when you're like a teen. Like you don't know
you
nothing.
go to all that school, and they don't teach you how to just like survive or like how to write a check.
Yeah,
you know, basic things. How to do your taxes. I still don't know how to do my taxes. Like I don't have a fucking clue.
That's what I'm saying. Like I barely know how to do the taxes. I have no idea how much my bills are. No clue. Because Heather just handles it all. But even when I was by myself, I had a roommate, and like I was just like, dude, just give me a number that I need to give you, and then we'll just leave it at that. Like, just give me a number and I'll give it to you. Just I don't want to be fucking bothered by it because like I don't know. And then when it came to like the insurance, I'm like, all right, which one's the cheapest? You know what I mean? They're like, all right, well, your deductible is like $3,000 though. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but okay. How much is it? How much is it going to take out of my paycheck every year? You know what I mean? Like, that was my question. Like, all right, how much money am I going to have to pay? And they're like, deductible's so high. I'm like, I don't care. I'd never go to the doctor. I don't even know what a doctor is at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah, balancing a checkbook or filling out tax paperwork really should be taught in school because it's like we had kind of like that class. It was like life skills class or course. But it was like half a year, and it was like an elective. It wasn't even like mandatory. It was crazy. I'm like, dude, I'm learning. I failed pre-algebra twice, but you know, I don't know how to balance a checkbook. But you know, pre-algebra is more important. After having to figure out what X is after Y, you know what I mean? Like I need to know what that is, but like, you know what I mean? But I don't know how to deduct a checkbook. Can tell when you.
From grade school, I just remember learning how to sing the Yankee Doodle song.
Yeah. Wow, Texas schooling sure did change, huh?
I wasn't in Texas in that grade, Jesus.
Yeah, right. Hey, welcome to Texas school, everyone. Let's all sing Yankee Doodle for today. Yeah, they need a whole life skills, and yeah, dude, they need it, and it needs to be mandatory. Well, just needs to be mandatory.
I had I think it was called economics, and where they taught you how to write a check and do the basic life skills things. And then we also had like a sewing class that we took, and I think things like that should be involved in like schooling, because that's something you'll actually use in life at some point, like sewing and cooking and
things like that. Like, we should learn that kind of stuff. Also, we should learn math and reading, sure. And maybe some history, that's important. But like,
yeah, but like,
I just feel like it should be more of,
but
if you're going to have school, it should teach you how to survive in life and not just this bullshit that I'm never going to fucking use.
Well, you know what they're doing? They're just breeding the kids to just go straight into college. It's a whole money machine, man. So that's why it's all gone. That's why it's gone. It's because they're prepping these kids to go straight into college. And then when they don't go to college and they're stuck, learning how to do all this other stuff that they weren't taught in school, they're just kind of like, well, you should have just went to college and everything would have been fixed. Even like, makes no sense. You're like, what? I mean, that doesn't mean anything. What are you talking about? But I think that's really what it is. I mean, I don't want to be the conspiracy theory guy, but like, come on, man. Common sense stuff. Like, why don't they teach them this stuff in school when they're actually going to be out in the world? Like, not everyone's built for college. Not everyone's going to college, but you're telling me my high school senior has to be in algebra 2 to fucking pass? like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 50.
You want me to pass an algebra class, but when I was in grade school and I couldn't learn cursive, they just told my parents, "Oh, don't worry about it. He's never going to need it in his life."
We do.
And every day I have to sign my name, and every day my name looks different because I don't have a clue how to write it.
Dude.
I can read it, but I can't write it.
We just signed so much paperwork this past week, and we had to do it in cursive, but we couldn't like do our legit signatures because my signature just looks like shit. It's a fucking it's garbage. But like they're like, you have to fully write out your name in cursive. I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude. I haven't done that in like 25 years, dude. Like, I have no clue. So like my shit looks like fucking scribbles and wobbles, man. It looks like Winnie the Pooh just had a seizure all over the page.
Yep.
I usually just like, crazy.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it.
Okay, so I usually write like a big K. It's just a K, like a regular K. There's no cursive to it, just a regular K. And then the rest of it is just wherever my hand happens to go. Then a big M, a bunch of scribbles and some loops. And then I dot somewhere above it. And that's it. But it never matches. It's never the same.
Yep. Same here. Mine's my eye. I make my eye look a lot like a Z. So I make the eye and it's huge. And then I do some scribbles in between it. And then I draw a big V and then another scribble. And that's it. That's my signature. Yeah. And like, they were like, no, it has to be legible and clear. And everything has to be in cursive. I'm like, you do know what year this is, right? like you do know. Like, come on, man. But like, dude, it's tough, man, and it's absolutely insane that they got rid of it. But even though, like, in real world, they're gonna fucking need it to sign these paperwork, and like, we moved on to like DocuSign, but like this lady came in like this freaking giant 120 stack pages that we got to sign and no DocuSign in sight. So we're just like, you know what I mean? Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, dude. Sign over the word date and we had to redo.
Signed over the date?
Yep, I did. I mean,
your name has got to be exceptionally long in cursive, dude. I can't even imagine.
Dude, it is, man. And like I sat there because like, so the hard part for me was in my last name. So like the R turns into a C. So like I'm just like that's what got me the whole time. I'm like, all right, so the R, and then I'm like, but then it goes into C. So like the pen strokes got to go down and then up and then back down again into the I. So like it fucked me up the whole time. I had to do this like 200 times. I had to friggin' just kind of slowly go through my thing. Dude, I felt like I was literally, a kid. I was just like, this is so hard. And so, dude, it was tough, man. All right, cool. So do you have any parent questions? She was also mean. Yeah, she was. The lady was not like a person. Like, I made jokes and she's like, she just stared at me. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, cool. This is going to be one of those. So I was like, all right, fine. Yeah, anyway.
That's funny. No, I don't have anything, dude. I don't have anything.
Well, then let's
I'm
get
unprepared.
into Dad Libs, shall we? So while we bring up Dad
real
Libs.
quick, I got Lauren to what into John Wick, and we finished John Wick 3 yesterday, and have started John Wick 4, but haven't finished it yet.
I have yet to watch
really
the last one.
excited about that.
So I'm waiting for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, luckily the wife does like John Wick, and I'm a huge fan of Keanu Reeves. I love Keanu. So here we go, guys. Dad Libs. It's just like Mad Libs, but with two dads doing it. So usually it comes out to, I don't know, something about parenting or boobies or I don't know, stuff that Dad thinks about. It's really cool. So anyway, so while I'm gonna look for a puzzle, let's let the music play. Let's do this one's gonna be a short one then. All right, fuck it. This one's gonna be about nursery rhymes. All right, Kevin, adjective.
Your wife wants to know if we talked about our puppy.
Oh God, no. We got a new puppy. There, end of story. I hate it. There you go.
No.
Yeah, we got the new puppy. So we got a free puppy because our old neighbor had a litter, and we watched the puppies for a weekend. So now we got a free puppy out of it, and it's a fucking pain in the ass.
I don't understand who would want a fucking puppy when they have a baby also.
Dude, that's what I fucking said, dude. I said the exact same thing. I'm like, dude, you are a goddamn psycho. Do you have any idea you want a freaking brand new puppy, and then meanwhile we have a 6-month-old baby in the mix of it? And our kids are the most unhelpful kids in the entire world. They also were in cohorts of getting this puppy, and they don't want to do anything. We're like, hey, let the puppy out. They're like, oh. I'm like, oh my God, dude, you wanted it. Go fucking take care of it, dude. It's a pain in the ass. It's a puppy, so it's destroying. It's biting stuff that's not supposed to bite. It's having its accidents in the house. It's you take it outside, doesn't do anything. You put it in the crate in the morning, and it's just freaking whining and barking, and it's, oh my God, dude, it's freaking nightmare, dude. It's great.
No.
Yeah, it's a golden retriever though. They're good family dogs. I don't give a flying fudge what it is, dude. It's another goddamn thing to do. Yeah,
It's another fucking plate of responsibility added to my already large plate of responsibility.
no. H. Varcilla doesn't mind it because she's used to fucking chaos. She loves chaos. She's just enamored with it. Every once in a while, it gets to the tipping point where she fucking just loses her freaking mind. But she loves it. Loves chaos, dude. Loves it. Brand new puppy with a 6-month-old baby? Sure, I'll take it. No other sane person would do it except Heather. She'll just freaking hug it, dude. You're like, hell yeah, dude. Let's get it. Oh man, it's crazy.
If Lauren could, she would adopt all of the things. She would have. I can't have it. I can't. I am counting the days to when all of our animals are gone.
Dude,
I'm okay with one dog. I don't want more than one dog.
No,
so
I don't
once
want.
Freya passes, we'll get another dog at some point.
I want 0.
I'm done with cats. Fucking cats. Get the fuck out of my house. When we get at another place, fucking 20 years from now, when we can afford another place, and we have outside cats, sure. But I'm done with inside animals.
Nope. I want none. No cats. Hey, Bo, are you guys ready for some football? I would be if I was able to watch the game. I don't think I have the game in my market. So I'm pretty upset about that. And plus this week for fantasy, I'm fucked. My best running back's out for the next 4 weeks. Kirk Cousins hasn't been doing the best. Brock Purdy didn't look good last week. So my other half of the team that's good are on bye weeks. So I'm projected 88 points this week. So I highly doubt I'm going to win. It's going to be a rough week for me fantasy wise.
I'm paying so much attention to this that I don't even know what my projected is, and I haven't opened the app since I accepted a trade a week ago.
Very, very cool to hear, dude. So cool to hear. I love it. love it. I love that I'm trying to give a shit. Yeah, and Kevin's like, I don't fucking know. And he has like the best fucking QB in the goddamn game. He's got Tua on his fucking team. He's got let's look at it. Yeah, let's look at his team. All right, let's see. Here we go. He's actually got he's 2-4, which is bad. He's on a three game losing streak. But he's got Tua Tagovailoa, Josh Jacobs, Gabe Davis, Michael Pittman, who's like on the fence good, Chris Godwin, who's on the fence good. And I think and the Jacksonville Jaguars defense and the New York Jets defense. So Jacksonville is an okay defense, but the Jets defense, that's a championship defense. So he should be doing better than what he is, but since he doesn't give a shit, he's a 2-4. Freaking piece of crap.
Most of the time, I just let the computer choose my things.
Well, in that case, dude, if you don't care, like, let's make some trades, dude. I'm trying to get off some freaking stuff, dude.
I haven't made trades. Like, if I cared, I would have never gave up Adams to what's his name.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, dude. Freaking. Oh my god, dude. Has he been on a freaking tear to try to make his freaking season turn right around, man?
Yeah.
He's 1-5 right now, and yeah, dude, he's been making trades, wheeling and dealing left and right, man. Well, the problem with Devontae Adams is like he's a great receiver. It's just he's just on a very bad team. He's not on a good team, so that's his issue. And he wants out. That's the rumors that he wants out.
Come to Dallas.
Oh, why? So his talents can get wasted there too?
Yeah, why not? We got Brandon Cooks now. We might as well take Devontae while we're at it.
Oh yeah, Brandon Cooks hasn't done anything in the past 2 weeks. You have him.
Ball last week.
You have him, don't you? Didn't you have Brandon Cooks?
I
think you do.
Cooks.
Yeah, you have
Cooks. We have Cooks. That's what I said. We have.
No,
we have
you
Cooks.
do on your fantasy. I think you do. I think you have.
Brandon Cooks. I don't know. Maybe. See, I don't even know what I have. So I know I have Tua, but I only know that because that 1 week he gave me like fucking shit tons of points.
I don't know who's. Yeah, I'm pretty positive you do. Yeah, you do. You have Brandon Cooks. Let's take a look at his stats. You said he's done pretty well. I don't think so, dude. I didn't say he's
doing pretty well. I said I think he caught a ball last week.
No, so last week was his best game ever, where he got 14 rushing yards, 36 receiving, and a touchdown. That was his best week so far in the whole season. And we are on week 7, and he's on a bye week this week.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was his best game so far. Because I think Heather had him first. I think. I don't know, man. There's been a lot of moves in that one. But anyway, back to freaking Dad Libs, dude. Adjective from you, Kevin.
It's a person, place, or thing, right?
Negative. That is not.
So what is it again?
Thing. An adjective is describing something.
Running.
No, that's a verb because you're doing a thing.
I hate this thing.
You're describing it. So like that's a dark room. So dark is the adjective because you're describing something. That's a stinky thing, or that's a smelly thing, or that's a beautiful blah blah blah. Green is also an adjective because it's just
slimy.
Okay. I think I'm missing an E, but who gives a shit? Adverb. That is a verb. Isn't that in the past tense or some shit? Hold on.
I don't know. This game makes me think way too much. I like the outcome of it. I'm just terrible at remembering the things.
Is a word or expression that generally modifies a verb, adjective, and another verb. Blah, 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 blah. So he sings loudly, very tall. Okay. I'm just gonna use that.
Rose says describe a verb quickly.
There we go. I'm just gonna use that one. Loudly. Part of the body, plural, so it has to be multiples. Yes.
The weenus.
Can
we just make words up?
Weenuses. Another part of the body, plural. boobs.
We're such fucking children.
And then last thing, Kevin, adjective. So just like the first one.
So farting.
Nope, that's an action. You're describing something.
Brown.
There you go. That works. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got here. Go, Dad. Doodly, doodly, doodly. So this is a nursery rhyme, okay? When some slimy school students were asked what nursery rhymes popped loudly into their weenuses or were on the tip of their boobs, these were their brown answers. Wow, dude. These were their brown answers. Jesus. That went real bad at the end. Holy moly. Good Lord. All right. So that's it.
We have a brown person here.
Oh, my God.
And it's a good thing the brown person read it.
Damn, dude. Got really racial at the end there. So yeah, that was our segment, Dad Libs, Sin Eater, where we play Mad Libs. Just two dads playing Mad Libs. What did Bo say? I'd like for the Ravens to pick him up as a deep threat. Sweet. Pick up who up? Who is he talking about? How do you think our defense will do against Jared Goff and Sam Laporta? I think we should be. I'm not worried about our defense at all, Bo. I think our defense is really good. I'm worried about our offense. Our offense comes out really hot for the first half, and then they disappear into the second half. Our receivers are just not consistent. So that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about our offense. I'm not worried about our defense at all. Devontae Adams, yeah, it'd be great, but the Ravens aren't ever known to trade away draft capital, so I don't think that'll happen. Came back to weenus and boobs. Yeah, man, it's the best.
Is that a bad thing?
No.
You're gonna like one of them, or maybe both of them.
They're both kind of stretchy. You know what I mean? All right, so let's do. Hold on. I've been waiting for this update on Kareem Hunt on my freaking fantasy team because he's listed as questionable, but they're oh, it's a game time decision whether or not he'll start or not. I'm well, I need to know now, dude, because if he's not starting,
I can't make these decisions at game time. Thank you.
Yeah, man. If he's not starting, then I need to move him off my freaking thing. Otherwise, I'm gonna get 0 points, and I'm already projected 80 points, man. I might I think I'm just gonna go for the surefire bet. For I know someone who is going to start, and I'm just going to put in Jarek McKinnon.
What, Rose? I thought I was just making up a word for penis, but I have a weenus on my elbow. I'm projected at 103 points, and whoever I'm against is 102.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna. That's what I did. I just moved Jarek McKinnon up, and I put Kareem Hunt off because
So this is my weenus. That's a weird name for something on your fucking elbow.
Put on that. All right, and we're gonna do this share. All right, guys, time to get on to some TikToks. Yay! We're gonna close the show out with some TikToks. So before we do that, this stream has been brought to you by our lovely sponsor, Dubby. Bo Gizmo is also a sponsored by Dubby as well. These guys, Dubby. What is Dubby? Dubby is an alternate.
You can go with alternative.
They are an alternate freaking energy drink out there. Okay. Where energy drinks are putting in sugar and these, things that aren't good for you. They're putting artificial coloring and artificial flavoring and stuff like that. Dubby is not doing that. They have no calories. They have got no sugar, no fillers, no artificial coloring. And it gives you the little extra boost that you need. If you're dragging butt, you know what I mean? You got a big, long day ahead of you and you just came off of work after a 12-hour shift and you got to go do some stuff around the house and you need a little extra kick, a little dragging butt. Take a little Dubby. All right. They've got delicious flavors out there for you, too. They've got green apple. They've got dragon fruit lemonade, which is my personal favorito. Yummy. What is this? The neighbor just sponsored two. Oh, wow. Nice. Sorry, I got distracted. If energy is not what you need, then they also have a hydration formula as well. So if you don't drink enough water throughout the day and you just, everyone knows you're not hydrated unless if your pee is see-through, baby. So if you need help getting that done, Dubby's got you. And their flavoring is strawberry banana. So get your stuff at dubby.gg. We do have a promotional code for you. It is Dad's World, DADSWORLD. You can save 10% off of every order at Dubby, DUBBY. Be better, all right? Be better with Dubby.
Or you could just be like me and just drink Turkey Hill Diet green tea all day long.
Nah, or you can, if you do that, you're going to be passing stones every other month. So no, thank you. I'm good, dude. I'm good with not passing stones. The one thing that I don't like about like drinking so much water as I do is I gotta pee all the fucking time, and I drive for a living, so like it's almost every 2 hours I gotta like try to find somewhere to mark my territory. You know what I mean? I just gotta let loose.
My wife, I remember when she used to drive a lot for work. She always had like designated gas stations that she knew she would go to the bathroom at and feel good at, like feel safe.
All right, so let's start off.
Sin Eater, sure, I could show you how to shoot the flint sometime, but I don't know where you are.
I got bit. Dude, it was a legit snake. I thought it was a fake one. It was a legit.
No, it's real. It's real, dude.
I thought that was a fake ass snake, dude. Just how it hung up there. I drink green tea and water every day with the kidney, and I feel, no, thank you. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, before I met Kevin, I had a buddy that I went to school with that just drank tea. That's all he drank was just tea, and like, lo and behold, he got stones, and like I just watched him go through it. It sucks so bad. I'm like, and I learned. I'm like, no, thank you, dude. Tea is delicious, but it is not worth doing whatever the fuck he just had to do. And he showed us like his stones and stuff. I'm like, dude, I can't imagine passing that through my wiener, dude. No, thank you.
Dude, I've only had stones once, and it was awful. The pain before it came out, actually, I didn't even feel it come out. Like they must have been smaller, but the pain before it even got there was worse than actually peeing it.
Dude.
And I've been drinking tea forever. The Turkey Hill Diet green tea, I've been drinking that shit for years now.
Dude, man, just drink just do what bodybuilders do and just drink what's that freaking, we have it upstairs and I got my kids onto it now. Crystal Light, dude. Just drink Crystal Light. That is far better.
Peach Crystal Light. It's okay, man, but like the crystal, it has this like it like gives me dry mouth almost.
Dude,
at least the peach flavor did.
Who cares? It keeps you hydrated and it doesn't give you stones, dude. Just drink Crystal Light. That's what bodybuilders do. Like that's their secret thing. Like when they're doing like lifting weights and stuff, they gotta stay hydrated all the time, and they just get tired of just drinking straight water, like like any normal human being. But these guys are just drinking gallons of it. So like their trick is that they'll just drink Crystal Light. They'll just crush Crystal Light all freaking day, dude. Just do that. Just drink Crystal Light, and they're cheap as crap. You can get it like a box of Crystal Light for like $3. Yeah. And it'll last you.
The Seinfeld episode where Kramer had to pass a stone. So I watched Seinfeld recently. I rewatched it recently in the last couple years. I probably remember it.
Yeah, you just hear Kramer just goes. Okay. I've watched Seinfeld like 5 or 6 times, so I have a really good memory of like most of it. I do need a refresher, but the wife doesn't like Seinfeld, so like it's tough. It doesn't fit into my rotation.
My wife
at
doesn't
nighttime.
either. Well, my wife doesn't for the reasons of she won't go back and watch anything that's old because she said it feels so out of date and outdated. So I can't relate to it.
Oh, dude, it's
fucking Seinfeld. It's everyday life. What do you mean you can't?
No,
I still relate
man.
to it
I
when
think
I watch it.
Seinfeld is evergreen, man. Like I think it'll always be within a form of like commonality. You'll find some way to have some sort of like connection to it. Like you can relate to every episode because you're dealing with human people. And like no matter what happens, human people are just going to stay relatively the same. Like no matter what time period you throw them into, they're going to stay the same. Dude, I love Seinfeld, but yeah, Heather hates it. So like I have to watch it on my own
Hogan's
time.
Heroes Sin, but I watched a lot of MASH when I was growing up.
But yeah, anyway, back to
MASH
this guy.
and Mr. Ed.
We got bit by a snake. That sucks, man. That's like some shit
Look
that
at
Kevin
the
will
comment,
deal with, dude.
The first comment. Bro went to the hospital with a broken ankle, not a snake bite.
Yeah, dude. He tore his ACL. Dude, so true.
That's legit.
That's very
That's
true.
legit.
That's very true. Your other videos, babe, were unavailable, so I couldn't pull them up. So I'm not trying to instinctively skip you. So we watched that. I remember that. We watched that one. This one is new.
Off they go. Catch is made. Get the first and a lot more. Julio Jones out in front. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown.
Wow. So my take on the whole Julio Jones signing is not necessarily he's going to be a legit receiver. I think he's only going to be used as a red zone threat. So that's within 20 yards. So it's not like he's going to be burning corners or anything like that. And he's a tall receiver. He's tall. He's still huge. He's still like 6'4", 5 or some shit. He's still a tall ass guy. You know what I mean? And that's really how you got to use him now. Like, cause he doesn't have the speed. He's old. Well, not as old as that guy, but he's older. So like he can't run like he can't run the 40 time as he used to, but he can still run routes, really good, clean routes. And he can, you can get separation with that. And he's a big, tall receiver. The problem is we don't know how good his catching is because we haven't seen him really catch a whole lot in a while. I think the last team he was with, was he with you guys? Was he with the Cowboys? Was that the last team he was with?
I think he was with the Cowboys. So that, yeah.
Let's
no. There was a. I'm thinking of a different Jones that was a running back for the Cowboys. I thought his name was also Julio.
Let's look at those past teams. I thought he was with the Cowboys.
Sin, while he's looking that up, that reminds me of your comment you just said there. Imagine one guy refusing to be in on that and just full on coming across the middle and taking that old guy out. It reminds me of the Betty White commercial from a couple years back. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I think it was a Snickers commercial. Either she plowed somebody or they plowed into her. I don't remember.
Wow.
But like she got
not the word I would use. Plow. Calm down, dude. So the Buccaneers. I'm sorry, he was with the Buccaneers and the Titans.
Jones, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So okay, I thought he was with the Cowboys at one point. But yeah, I think that's a scout because the Eagles are really bad in the red zone. They're terrible. So I think that's why they signed him. Next.
Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth.
Okay.
I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you got to do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick.
Yeah.
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's because Jesus Christ is my name.
Whoa. And you knew that he was gearing up for it too, because like when he said it, his voice went a little bit lower. He's like, the crew gets bigger because Jesus Christ is my. So he knew what he was doing was wrong. What a fucker. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Let's keep going.
Way Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my name.
Oh my God.
Son of the original G. And he was sent to Earth to elucidate the way that we should be. What?
Are we going to talk about...
If another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak.
You're a
I
lame
don't get
rapper.
mad and I don't critique, I forgive him. And turn the other cheek.
Put that fanny away.
And I don't brag, I don't cuss. And my pants don't
You
sag.
just said-
I do exude a little Christian swag and I'm proud to be an American.
Mary Sue.
Christ is a
Oh my God, that's the hook? That's your chorus? Is Jesus Christ is my N-word, dude? Bro.
It's nuts, dude.
So fucking within their generation. They just say it like nonchalantly too. They're just like,
Yeah.
you know, this is just like saying the word T. You know what I mean? Fucking crazy, man.
You ready for the surprise?
What kind of surprise, Jimmy? Because your surprises is different, man.
This is a good surprise.
Ain't no animals, right?
No animals.
All right, cool.
No animals. Okay, so do you know what a half birthday is? In our family, with the kids, we celebrate half birthdays. So it's like we sing happy birthday and we have half a cake. It's 6 months before your birthday,
Right.
or, you know, after your birthday. So your birthday is like right now. We're after midnight. It's 10:20.
Right.
6 months. Do you know what 6 months to the day after 10:20 is?
420.
420. Wow. So on 420, I was sitting there thinking, I wonder what the half birthday of 420 is. And I look in my phone and I see in my calendar, it's who's my friend Snoop Dogg's birthday on 10/20, and it absolutely blew my mind. And I thought, why shouldn't this be a holiday?
Yes.
Send in Guillermo.
Hello, Snoop Dogg. I present you the official proclamation that Jimmy is going to read to us.
Thank you very much, Guillermo. I love your glasses. Whereas Calvin Cortazar Brodus Jr., known worldwide as Snoop Doggy Dogg, has made significant contributions to the popularization of marijuana, aka weed, aka pot, aka ganja, herb, bud, trees, chiba, kush, chronic, reefer, dank, sticky, icky, icky, and jolly green giggle sticks.
Isn't it weird that like he is like the ambassador? Like if you think of like weed or marijuana or like anything within that connotation, it's Snoop Dogg.
It's Snoop Dogg or Willie Nelson. Those are the two that come to mind.
I think Snoop Dogg and Bob Marley. Those are my two.
Yeah.
But like now it's just Snoop Dogg. I don't think of anything else but Snoop Dogg. It's crazy that he's just kind of like been the thing. Hold on, I'm looking at this stuff and because I don't think I was able to watch any of my freaking stuff, but man, some of these are really goddamn sad and I don't want to do it. Because it was during the whole like, you know, Israel and Palestine stuff, and yeah, that shit's dark. Oh dude, I was
They're magic together though, Sin. They really are.
I was I forgot who I was talking to, but they were talking about like about this whole notion of like ignoring like what's going on in the world, not necessarily like, you know, I don't know how I maybe I took it the wrong way, but they were saying to just enjoy what you have and like, you know, the world events and stuff like that that's going on, like be current with it, but you know, there's not a whole lot you can do with it, so don't let it like affect your day and stuff like that. And
Right.
I kind of got rubbed the kind of wrong way because I was just like, I mean, I get it, but like, if anything, it kind of makes me more mad because we actually, US, we kind of have like this, it's such a luxury to just kind of have to worry about not getting our house blown up. Like, is today going to be the day where my house is going to get hit with a missile strike and I don't have to worry about my kid seeing his friend's brain gets completely splattered against the wall or some shit? Like, it's such a huge luxury that that's not a worry that I have to wake up with every single day. And like,
yeah,
it kind of bugs me though, like that there are people out there that do go through that. And I don't know, it just kind of makes me feel weird when someone's telling me to, like, you know, not have, ignore that and just worry about what you can control. Like, I get, that sure, I do that on everyday basis. I'm going to have to do that. I'm not saying it's going to be my life's mission. I'm going to drop everything and make it my life's mission to do something. But I just feel like we as the American people should be doing more, like, than just having to be the luxury of just choosing that route and be like, let the diplomats worry about that. You know what I mean? Even though like what they're doing is not the right thing, we're just going to let them do that. Like, I don't know if anyone saw recently in the news that Joe Biden just gave up $100 billion to Israel in efforts to all this bullshit between what's going on over there in the Gaza Strip. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Like,
Lauren and I were just talking about that
like,
specific
come on, dude.
subject. Freya, shut the fuck up. We were just talking about that specific subject yesterday about all the money he just gave to them. And I said, I feel two ways about it. I'm very split. Part of me feels like, okay, I get it. We need to help out our fellow humans. I don't care where you're from. You're still a human. And you should not have to be in that position. You are an innocent human life. That's part of me gets that. But the other part of me is like, we have so many fucking problems right here in America. And you keep telling us that you can't afford to do that, or we can't do that because of X reason. But you're going to send $500 billion or $100 billion to another country. And we're just like suffering over here because we can barely afford our fucking groceries. You could send everybody to fucking college and get degrees with that money and still have billions left over. Like, there is just so much more we could do right here in our country, right here with that money to help our fellow Americans. But we just keep sending money overseas to fight other people's wars that I don't want to fucking pay for. Like, and I don't have a choice in it. I just give you my money and you get to spend it wherever the fuck you want. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's the
I'm
system.
torn on it, dude. Like, I get it. Like, part of me is like, it's human life.
I just don't want
human life, Kevin.
But it would be different. Like, I don't like what Hamas did to Israel was bad. Yes, I agree. But Hamas isn't Palestine, though, dude. Like, that's the difference. Like, people keep kind of clumping the two. Hamas is a militant group. They're trying to liberate Palestine, but they're not doing it the right way. So, like, I understand going in and trying to get them out, but like in the process, they're literally causing mass genocide to these fucking people that have nothing to do with it. And we're going to support $100 billion into literally wiping out these people because they believe in something that like Israel doesn't like. Like, dude, the only reason why I bring this up is because like I'm looking back at my past videos and this TikToks, and I say it's sad because like, dude, some of these Orthodox Jewish people are fucking just vile. They're spitting on like Christian marks. They're treating people like lower class citizens. It's awful. It's straight awful. And it's insane just to think about over all this conflict. Over what? Over fucking what? Because this guy believes in that? Like, because he doesn't believe that Jesus Christ is the true Messiah? Hey, I don't give a shit. It could be fucking Five Nights at Freddy's that could be the true Messiah. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to kill somebody over it, though. Like, I don't find that to be the right way to do things. Like, it's just that thought process is insane. Like, it's a very rigid thought process, and it completely... You're cutting out the human factor, that we're all the fucking same. We all bleed the same. We all have the same wants and needs of what we want out of our life. And because of one belief system, it somehow negates the fact that that person shouldn't live the same way I live. Like, what is that? Where does this, where did that come from? Like, where is that? That's what I don't understand. That's why I push people to try to expand a little bit, to learn a little bit outside their circle. Talk to somebody you don't normally want to talk to. You know what I mean? Maybe you might learn something. Go travel. Fuck, man. Like, go get out of the state.
Yeah.
But it's just that thought process is just not. It's just not one I hang my hat on, and I don't understand it. Like, I really just don't see what good can come from that thinking. Like, where's the positive in that? Like, thinking that just because this person's, he doesn't believe in anything, so that person is going to hell, and it does not deserve to have a happy family. He doesn't deserve to have access to clean water. He shouldn't have access to electricity. Like, what? What is that? Like, where does that even come from?
Mm-hmm.
So, but that rubbed me
the way Israel responded to Hamas. Like, they're bombing whole cities.
Yeah, dude.
Like that when we respond to I would think when you respond to something like this, wouldn't you want to do covert missions? Send small ground units in, or even just send fucking drones in, blow up specific things where the bad guys are once you have that intel? Why are we just payloading fucking cities?
You know what's hilarious? The answer as to why they don't do that is because it's cost effective, Kevin.
Their lives.
It costs more for us to send people out there to stealthily get it done and than to just drop a fucking thing on their face. You know what I mean? So
it's ridiculous.
Like, everyone loves Obama, and like, I get it. He did a lot of great things. He was a great speaker, but he was not the best people ever. When he was going against Al Qaeda, he just drone strike the shit out of like a territory, like a whole country, and like he's killed a shit ton of civilians because like back then drone strikes weren't as accurate as it is now. Like they were like, we think there's a target here. Like, is there any way to verify? No. All right, just send it in anyway. Boom. Like, dude, like that's what it was, and like it's you know what I mean. But everyone's just gonna completely gloss over the fact of that, and they'll be like, "Yeah, but he's so good at basketball." You know what I mean? And like,
yes,
it is what it is.
We're both. I mean, I can speak for Ian. We're both the same way with that. I'm sure Ian agrees with that also.
Yeah, I just don't. If you can believe whatever you want to believe, but I just really don't believe in any person being more right because of religion or something. Like, no one should have that special privilege. Like, what does that even mean? Like, oh, because I'm Christian, that means my way is the right way. Like,
my God is the only God.
Like, is it though?
Well, there's like fucking 2,000 other gods and goddesses, dude. Shut up.
If you look at the history, Christians have not been the nicest fucking people ever. You know what I mean? And they profess all that bullshit.
Your God is also the youngest.
Well, it's the that's why I don't like. I just never been a part of that, because like I grew up Roman Catholic, and they're like very rigid about everything. And it made no sense. Like when you took communion, like you weren't allowed to take communion unless if you got confirmed. But what does that even mean? Like, confirm what? Like, I'm here, aren't I? I'm giving you fucking money. Like, confirm what? What more do I need to do? Oh, you need to spend 6 months of your time to come to this to come to these classes and learn about the Bible. I'm like, yeah, but I'm here now. I'm here every Sunday. You're talking about the Bible. Like, what more do I need? Like, I just want a cracker. What the hell? I'm trapped here for 2 hours before football starts, and I can't get a freaking cracker. Come on, dude, like help a brother out. And then like, and there's a TikTok video like, kind of talking about this. I'll show up on that, but it's what's the show called? Sunny Side of Philadelphia, or whatever.
People are right to the extent they respect the rights of others. When it comes to religion, for me, like if you're not hurting anybody and you're not affecting other people's rights or other people's lives, do what you want in the comfort of your own home or in your place of worship. It doesn't need to be out in the public. It doesn't need to be in our government. It's the only wall we should have.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So yeah, there's a clip in here where Always Sunny goes to a church. Dude, it's hilarious. Let's go and watch that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Hey, don't say that. Now kneel. I don't have to kneel. I don't see the point. Because God wants it. Look, just do what the priest says. Don't ask why. Just do. Jesus Christ, man. Hey, don't stop using his name in vain. Now stand. Stand? Yes, and give me some money for the baskets.
No, I'm not giving you money. No, thank
Well,
you.
we have to give money.
No,
Oh,
thank
what do
you.
you-
No,
don't-
thank you. Look, if anything, the church should give us money. You know, they seem to have plenty of it.
Dude, the church doesn't give money. It takes it. All right? That's the way it works. And then you go to heaven. Now kneel. Kneel? We're gonna kneel again?
Actually, it's over. We're standing again.
Son of a bitch. This is a scam, okay? This is a scam. All this kneeling and standing, getting people all confused. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Offering you a sign of peace.
I don't want this.
Peace. Peace be with you. Peace be with you.
But dude, it's so freaking true, dude. In mass, that's what it was. It was a whole 2 hours of standing, kneeling, and like every once in a while, towards the end, the guy will come around and take money from you, and you're like, why? Like, where's this guy? And then at the end, they're like, all right, everybody hug. Just give handshakes. You're like, what? I don't know this guy. I don't want to shake hands with this dude. Like, dude. Oh my God.
Which
So
denomination
fucking
is
funny.
it that does the foot cleaning thing where they like, is that Catholic?
Oh,
Where
my
they like
God.
clean each other's feet?
Ah, fuck, man. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it was that one. They didn't clean my feet when I was in freaking church. That's for sure. And like, they would do like these weird hand signals, and like I didn't know. Like, there's this one part where they're like, and then if out and like, but you don't do the full cross. You did something on like your head and then your chin. So like when you're a kid, they don't give you the walkthrough on what this whole charade is. So you're going in there kind of blind. But so I learned kind of by literally watching everybody else. And I always wondered, like, if there was somebody else that was like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing either. You know, like, dude, it's so funny, man. So funny.
I thankfully and luckily was never brought up in a church. I went to church with my dad when everybody else went. So like on Thanksgiving, on like Christmas and Easter. On Easter, man, I remember the one time I went. I was older. I was probably in my early 20s. I went to this church thing with my dad around Easter time, and they were redoing like the crucifixion of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm watching this thing, I'm looking around and I'm like, there's a lot of young children in here. This is really fucking brutal, and this is a way to torture people. That's what the Romans used for torture. What the fuck are we doing? Like, why is this okay? Why are we showing children this? Like, we know this isn't real, but this is what they believed happened.
Yeah, it's we don't do the church thing. Look,
and the whole like
I'm all for belief system, but I think people find their beliefs when they get older. Because it's a thing, really. Because I know most of the people that I know that are really big into religion is the people in my family that are older. Because I think you just kind of gradually find it. You find something towards, your back end 9. You know what I mean? You kind of want to find something to kind of give you comfort of where you're going to be heading into the next step after you pass. And I'm all for that. And like, go find it. Find whatever you need that'll comfort you to get you into that next phase. But like, I don't think it's for the younger kids, man. Like, I just really don't. Like, I think it just kind of falls flat on them.
They're not
you know what I
developmentally
mean?
there to make a decision like that.
Yeah, man. That's a huge thing to think of. So yeah, I wish I would have thought of that. Just washing it, part of the body still want to yeah. So yeah, I don't know, man. But I have nothing against religion at all. I just don't like it when religions are, forcing it upon us unwillingly in my place of work, my school's place of learning, in my government, in my law. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I think law should be as fucking, neutral as possible. But I don't know. Who the fuck am I? I'm just a guy in a dumb winter hat that's in a podcast. All right. Well, last TikTok, and then we're going to close this out. Thank you guys so much for being in the chat, by the way. I appreciate you guys.
All right.
Yo, dude, chill out, man. You put my foot here.
You want to start? You want to start with me?
What are you talking about? Put my foot here. It's not bothering you.
Yeah, it is.
It is not. It's not bothering you. Just turn around and go
I'm
the other way.
telling you that it is. All right?
Yeah, it's all right.
I just told you, man. I don't want to tell you again. Come on, man. Move your foot. You should have bought like a first class ticket if you wanted all that room.
Oh, here we go. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I don't need to put my foot there.
What a dick. I hope this guy fucking knocks him out.
No, man, I'm trying to get comfortable. I can't get comfortable. It's a long flight.
Dude's tripping. My guy.
I'm not your guy, first of all, but you're all good.
You know.
That's a good guy, dude.
Move your foot.
Yo, dude, man, you want to do something?
Yes, I do. What's up?
I'm going to sit right down.
Oh my god, dude. This guy is so freaking... He's looking for a fight so bad, dude. It's so funny, dude. Dude, do you know any people like this? Like, people that are just blow up, like, dumb situations for no reason, dude.
I've fought them in school. Like, I've fought guys like that.
Dude, like, his whole ass foot is on half the armrest for this guy. And, like, he's just being blatantly rude for, like, just to start shit, dude. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I knew people like this, man. I think everyone has come across someone like this where they're just, like, they're always looking for some sort of altercation or some sort of issue over, like, the smallest shit. Like, it's not a non-issue. Just fucking put your foot down, dude. And like you said, if you wanted the extra room, just get first class.
Now that we're older, we realize that that's probably a cry for help. He's probably got something going on.
Oh,
know what I mean?
don't. Fuck off. I don't give a shit. Like, I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't fucking treat me like a dick. Like, dude, fucking no, man. I don't give a fuck. You have issues? Go deal with it your fucking self, dude. I got my own shit. I'm not fucking, being a dick about my issues, but you clearly are. So why don't you go fucking figure yourself out? Okay, and don't bring your shit to my table. Like, bro, come on, man. And like, but there are people like that where they just openly look for, like, to start shit. They want to start a thing, dude. They just want to something as little as this, like, oh, this chair's back too far, or even like when they get like their order, like the smallest thing can be wrong with their order. Like, oh, this is too pink. You know what I mean? So, like, then they make it a big fucking thing. Or, oh, man. I just love how it ended where the guy's like, I think I'm going to sit right back down. Oh, man. That's so fucking funny, man.
What a dick.
See, I work in, like, the service industry, so I can't, like, I mostly meet these people when I'm at my place of work, and there's nothing for me to do. I can't do anything, and it sucks. It's like going into war without a weapon. You know what I mean? You're just like, all right, you're going to the shit. Good luck. Do I get anything? You get this first aid kit. That's about it.
Here's some Band-Aids. You're gonna need them.
Yeah, man. And when it's all said and done, when you're losing an arm and a leg, I'm going to tell you how much it's your fault and how you should have handled the situation better. All right, stop sharing that. All right, well, that's it for TikToks for this week. Because, like I said, the other ones I don't want to share because they're going to end on a bad note. So let's not do that. Let's end on a high. Is there anyone that's streaming right now that we can stream to? Someone that is live and not a ghost like I've been streaming to the past couple weeks. Let's go to Fish. Yeah, we haven't, because we've streamed to Gordon for like the past 3 weeks. So let's go to Fish. Ow. Raid. How do I spell it? Oh, with a okay. I see what you did there. Mr.
Heather, why do you always send that before we go anywhere? Does it actually show up in his chat when we go?
Oh, balls. What did I fish wrong? What did I spell wrong? They need to make this into like a click. You know what I mean? Because everyone like spells their name differently because like everyone has the same username. There we go. Got it. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and raid out to Mr. Fish Gaming, a friend of the podcast. Stay for the raid. You don't necessarily have to follow or anything like that. So just say hi. Be cool. But thank you guys so much for H. Farcilla gifted sub to Sin Eater. Thank you, H. Farcilla.
There you go.
Look, guys, thank you so much for being with us for episode 105. We will catch you next weekend. I think Kevin's not going to be there that weekend. I think it's the weekend.
Yeah, I'll be
there
at Knoebels over the weekend.
Yeah. So
I'll be coming home Sunday, but it won't be till later in the day.
Yeah. But yeah, look, guys, thank you guys so much. We love you. We hope you guys have a good week and a good weekend. All right.
Yep. Take it easy, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Dads vs. the World Podcast.
Thank you so much for the raid. How was your guys' day? Arcillafect, thank you for the raid. Thank you, Dads vs. the World. How'd the podcast go? I appreciate you raiding. It really means a lot. Guys, check out Dads vs. the World. Awesome podcast. Honestly, just fucking...
All right, there we go. I did my things. All right, man. Have fun at Knoebels, dude.
I'm expecting that, but thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, buddy. Stay safe out there, man. All those creepy
you too.
ghoulies. You too. I'm not going to Knoebels, you fucking loser.
Thank you so much for the...
All right, dude. See you, man.
All right. Later.